Hey everyone, and welcome to the results video of multiplayer round 61. In this round all the players had to build in this map, which used my Volcano palette, which is a palette that I once made for the Eurofighter contest, which was a few years ago. Anyway, we had 15 finished plots. Sadly, Heavy Adam wasn't able to finish his. But we're just gonna take a look at all of them. And we'll start with the one that got the lowest score, and I'll finish by announcing who was the winner of this round. Alright, in last place we have this plot from 73, which obviously stands out a bit from the rest of the plots, since he actually went for an icy theme instead of a volcano theme. Well, there's a bit of fire here randomly, which I guess does fit the theme a bit, but the rest is icy rather than fiery. Yeah, I think it's quite ballsy to go for something like this. The plot is a little bit on the glitchy side, and yeah, there's a random cool dude here, some random walls. So yeah, I think it's actually really funny that 73 went for a theme like this. I think without the glitchiness and the random fire here, I think it people would have scored it a little bit better. But still, I think it's pretty ballsy to go for a theme like this. Okay, then we have the plot from 2IQ. He actually filled his entire plot with coasters, which is something that he likes to do. So we have Anaconda or coaster here, I believe it is, or Conger Eel coaster. It's like a coaster but with different terrains. Over here we have a mini coaster, also with some vehicles from the expansions. I think his plot actually looks quite alright. Yeah, what I think it is actually missing is maybe some more foliage or some extra rock work. I think that would have definitely finished up the plot a bit more. Okay, the next plot is from the Cloud QC. Now, in typical the Cloud QC fashion, the plot is very chaotic, with of course a dragon flying around at high speed. Yeah, the color schemes also don't really make sense, because we can see some purple here with red and black, and then there's yellow here. Probably a little bit more consistency in the color scheme probably would work wonders. Well, there were some funny parts in the plot. You can see this guy here saying, "I tried to swim in lava." Alright, here in the corner we have the plot from Aura Specs, who is responsible for quite a few new features that we have seen in OpenRCT2 lately. So he also decided to join one of these contests, and he built this Eurofighter coaster here in the corner. I think it actually looks pretty nice. It uses this Roman theme, and actually uses a Roman temple here for supports of the coaster. The coaster looks alright, although it does have a few spots which look a little bit painful. For example, this really sharp hill over here, which the coaster travels over at quite high speed. No, I do like that you put some fire here in the lava, just to complete the theme a bit. You can see how the coaster just flies over that hill. That's probably a little bit painful. Alright, right next to it we have the plot from Redarius. Redarius actually made a very tall volcano in his plot, also with a vertical drop coaster, traveling up in the middle and then spiraling down the hill. I also like that you can see some fire coming out from the top of the volcano. That at least makes it clear to the viewer that there's a volcano in here. Coaster is also called Vulcan. And right next to the volcano we can see lots of farm buildings, or maybe this is actually a mine. You can see a tractor here with some equipment. Here's some farm fields. Yeah, like you will typically see near real volcanoes, since the soil is usually pretty fertile around the volcano. But yeah, I think it's actually a pretty nicely done plot. Okay, then here we have the plot from Jov Zero Bob. And he made this launched single rail coaster. I actually like the machinery over here. You can also see an elevator going up here. The single rail coaster is a little bit on the fast side. Yeah, it just speeds through several of these inversions. perhaps it could have been slowed down a little bit and still make it through the layout. Now, I actually think this plot looks pretty nice. I quite like the landscaping here. There's also some of these dark trees over here. A little volcano, lots of fire in the plot. Maybe a little bit on the chaotic side, but I think it looks nice. Okay, then we have the plot from Shen Kitchen. Shen Kitchen did a speed run. He made this plot in a very short amount of time. Yeah, I think it does kind of show. There's not too much detail, especially here on the sides. Yeah, it's also kind of a different theme with these satellites here. So it actually kind of looks more like it's in space. But still, the part that is here, I think it's done pretty nicely. Yeah, I like how these supports look. And also the rock work around it. Yeah, I think Shen actually did quite a nice job in the short amount of time that he had to finish this plot. Alright, then we have a tie for 7th place. Yeah, first here we have this incredible plot from Sorted. Now, I thought this plot looked really nice. I really like this coaster that he made here in the middle. It's kind of like an El Loco model. And yeah, I think it just looks amazing. And I also like how he did these inversions and all the other stuff that's on this coaster. Yeah, one thing that I thought was a little bit odd about this plot is, well, yeah, there's all this stuff here, and all these walls, but I don't really know what I'm looking at. Is this supposed to be an indoor park, or I'm not really sure. I think a little story in the voting poll would have really helped me and the other viewers, yeah, to know what we're actually looking at here. Because I think all the foliage and all the things that are on this plot, they all look incredible. Alright, then also in 7th place we have this plot from Lurker. Now, Lurker made this pretty colorful plot here in the corner. There's this railroad going around with trams, and there's several other rides over here, like this Ferris wheel and this inverting swinging ship. So there's lots of little buildings over here, as you will typically see on Lurker's plots. I think it looks pretty nice. I think what the plot is actually missing is some sort of eye catcher. I think a coaster here in the corner, or maybe a tower ride, would have made this plot stand out a little bit more. Alright, next up we have this plot from The Brew. Now there's this big industrial looking building here with this big coaster on top. Now I'm actually a big fan of this coaster. It looks pretty nice. It uses the limb-launched coaster track but with RMC trains. So it actually has the sprites for these new 0G rolls that were added. I think the layout of this ride actually looks pretty nice. It's fun to watch it go down and to the side of this building over the lava here. Lots of gizmos here. You can see a turbine here. Also you can see this inverting swinging ship over here inside this building. Yeah, I really like the structure of these buildings. Yeah, it actually has some quite nice roofs. Yeah, there's lots of stuff happening on this plot. And it all looks pretty nice. Okay, then here we have the plot from Ball Pit Warrior. He made this pretty nice looking inverted coaster. There's one of these B&M inverted coasters. You can see it travel up the lift hill here. And then it travels through a series of hills. And then it also has several inversions throughout the track. I think the plot looks pretty nice. I think it's nicely decorated. We can see this big fighter jet over here. I think that looks really cool. Yeah, lots of stuff happening here. I'll see a missile launcher with some cars moving around in it. I think that's also really cool. Yeah, there's some really cool tricks throughout. Also a tank over here. So it's kind of like a secret base. The ride's also got secret weapon. I think the theme that Ball Pit Warrior went for here is really cool. Although, personally, I would have liked to see a bit more Volcano theme in it. But overall, I think this plot looks really nice. Alright, next up is the plot from Risiko. he made this really cool launched coaster, which actually has 4 loops, and because of these merges, it will travel through these 2 loops on the way in this direction, and on the way back it will actually travel through the other loops. So quite an interesting design here. Now there's also a little town built around it with a really nice bridge over here. Also a little river of lava. Yeah, some really nice foliage around it with these dead trees and also these Japanese snowball trees. Here's also a little fountain here. I guess this is more lava. Yeah, I think this is actually really nicely done. I quite like how the coaster looks, and the town is also done pretty nicely. Personally, I would have also liked to have the volcano theme be a little bit more prominent in this plot. But still, Rishiko is great at this game, and the way he did these buildings, this looks incredible. Okay, then in 3rd place we have this entry from Supra GL, or Supra the Hedgehog. He actually changed his Discord name. Yeah, he made this plot based on Adder's Lair. I think it's from Sonic racing game. And yeah, of course, the first thing you immediately see is all this rock work that you see here in the black color. It must have taken quite some time to create all this rock work here. Yeah, that's just impressive. Yeah, it also looks pretty good. I really like this. The structure of these castle towers here in the middle. You can see all these cars flying around here. I think these represent the racing cars as they fly through the track. I watched a little YouTube video of this game, and the cars transform into different kinds of vehicles depending on what part of the track you are in. You can also see some boats going around, Adder's Lair boats. Just saw a plane go into this tube here. So yeah, very chaotic racing. And what I actually like about this game is how good the music actually is. I really enjoyed the soundtrack for this racing track that Supra also provided a link to in his story. But yeah, I think the plot looks really nice. I especially love all these different sections that are put in the rock work here. Personally, I think it would have looked nicer if there was a bit more other stuff on the map, rather than having such a large part of it just be rock work. I think maybe an extra building here and maybe an extra building here, just a little bit more, probably would have made the plot come to life a bit more. But still, I think this is an incredible plot and a well-deserved 3rd place. Okay, there's just 2 plots remaining. I'll first show both of them, and after that I will reveal which one is the winner of this round. Alright, first up we have this entry from Low Poly Surf. Now he made this really nice looking canyon landscape with this mine train coaster traveling through it. This landscape just looks so nice. There's also a little volcano in it. So yeah, the volcano theme was used here in a very subtle way. But with this palette, I think it all looks really nice. Also the track texture or the track layering under this coaster, it's also done really nicely. I also love these buildings over here. They are nice and irregular, but still look really good. Also some nice and bit sparse foliage. There's a bit of a railway around here, and it all just it's just so nice to look at from every angle. So yeah, Low Poly Surf just did an amazing job on this plot. Now and finally, here's the plot from Anda23. It's a name we haven't seen here on our community in a long time, but he made a return, and this is one way to make a comeback. This is really insane. So he made this huge sculpture here with all these mono or single rail coaster track pieces, to make this devil over here. I really like this tongue that he made, which is actually used by guests to slide down out of. Over here is a pool. I believe the story said something like this was a pool in hell. That hell actually isn't such a bad place. What I actually really like is this pool that he made over here with the smoke. I believe there's a train going around here at high speed. So that's actually what makes the smoke here. That's a really clever trick. If you can see it actually, no, it's actually invisible. But yeah, a really clever trick here. It makes a really nice spa. Well, the plot also has this lazy river going around here. Lots of guests just walking around here in the water. Yeah, it's just an insane plot, and of course the nicest part about this plot is this big sculpture over here, which is always a difficult thing to do, but Onda23 just did such a nice job at it. So yeah, a wonderful comeback from Onda23. Alright, I have both of these plots in my view now. Over here we have the plot from Onda23, and here on the left we have the plot from Low Poly Surf. It is now time to reveal which one is the winner of this round. The winner of multiplayer round 61 is... Onda23. It's probably not a surprise. Yeah, Onda23 just made a wonderful comeback, and he got an insane score from the voters on this plot. And of course, it's well deserved. This plot just looks amazing. Now, we had lots of wonderful plots. I think this was a really fun palette for the players. There's just super nice creations. If you want to join one of these rounds yourself, just become a member on my Discord server, and when you're a trusted member, then you can also join one of these rounds when a new one starts. Alright, I hope you enjoyed watching all these plots. I hope you enjoyed all these creations. If you liked this video, please consider giving it a like. It would really help out my channel. And of course, if you want to see more of these videos, you can always subscribe to my channel. Alright, that was it for this video. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you again in the next one. See you later.